Tara, you just got back from Detroit just, a couple days ago. It was, different looking team this time around than it was last year when you've been around up with the Red Wings. Did it feel any different being up with the big club?
Um, yeah, I mean a little different. Obviously, different guys, and they're fighting and they're trying to win games up there. So, you're just trying to fit in up there and make yourself known.
Yep. It's a different looking Griffins team this time around as well. Big 2 points tonight, but with your backs against the wall, have you felt the dynamic in the locker room shift as we kind of get into this do or die scenario in these next couple weeks?
Yeah, I mean a little bit. I think the older guys, Lash, Crisco, definitely taking control of the room, making sure guys are focused on winning games here down the stretch, so we have a chance to get into the playoffs. And I think they're doing a really good job of that.
Yep. And joining back up with a guy like Jonathan Berggren after a month off, does it take some time to get the chemistry back, or does it kind of just come naturally for a couple pros like yourselves?
I mean, Bergie's a great player, so I think it's really easy to play with him. You just have to get open, and he's going to find you in spots on the ice where you're going to be able to make plays and skate with the puck. So I think in that sense, it was kind of easy just to hop back on the line with him.
Yeah. You got a couple big games against Iowa coming up, and hopefully no more emergency call ups. How does your game, your practice, your preparations differ from say a game in November? And what's going to be the key to getting up on the Wild and clawing back into the playoff picture?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's been a grind of a season, so just trying to take care of your body and make sure you have the energy for the entire game. These games are going to be tough, and we're going to need to play a full 60, to beat the Wild, and they're a great team. So, yeah, like I said, just play full 60, and I think we'll be okay.
That's it for me. Thanks, Tara.
Thank you.
We were talking to Brian Lashoff about the mentality that the team has to have down the stretch to make the postseason. I know that you guys have kind of put yourselves into a corner, but how hard is it to have that focus night in and night out when you know that you don't really have a big margin for error?
I think you need to like love the moment. We know that we have in a tough situation, but I'm feeling like every guy here is love this, and we are trying to win. We take one game at a time, so feeling we have a good feeling.
And then for you personally, the last couple of games, obviously your scoring touches stay consistent, this season. How are you feeling down the stretch as you're continuing to put points on the board?
Like I'm just trying to help the team to win games. So I know I'm an offensive player, so I need to do points and score goals for us to have a chance to win. So I'm just trying to help it.
Thank you.
Janssen, as we get on kind of later in the season here, do you feel the intensity ramping up as each game, each shift get more crucial in order to stay in the playoff hunt?
Yeah, of course. We know that we would need to win every game that is left. So we are trying to get a little better every day and take, like I said, one game at a time.
Yeah. You're no stranger to playoff runs over in Sweden, but how does the intensity kind of differ? I know might not be as physical over in Sweden with the larger ice, but is the speed, the intensity, is it all the same?
Like playoffs is playoffs. Like everything like gets a little, I would say, like you need to do everything a little better, a little quicker. So and I think we have showed that we are on the right way to win the games that left. So I think we have a good chance.
Yeah. Taro Hiroshi set you up on your goal. You got the assist on his goal. After a month away, did it really kind of feel like, he just got back together and usually the chemistry just clicked right back up with a player like him?
Yeah, like he's a skilled player. So it's, I think we find each other pretty good out there. So it's easy to play with him. And I think we create a lot of chances this game. And it's nice that we did some goals.
Yeah. All right. That's all for me. Thank you, Jonathan.
Perfect.
Hey Ben, how's this game kind of help you guys going forward? When I was talking to Brian about trying to take it one game at a time, but also realizing how pressure packed these next couple of games are going to be with what you guys have at stake.
Well, again, like we were talking about it before. The number of games is dwindling. We've got 7 games left. We can't worry about what happens in games 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have to worry about what happens in the next game, and that's all we can do. We can't be too long-term focused. We have to be short-term oriented to make sure that we're dialed in. And I honestly, Jamal, I don't think our first period was by any means up to the standard that we expect against a Cleveland team that's had significant call-ups and injuries. So we have to be way better with our starts.
And how does Janssen Bergman helping? I mean, I know all season the kid's been phenomenal for you, but he's not deterred seemingly down the stretch here with his play. A couple of big points tonight as well. What have you seen from him in the last couple of weeks that gives you confidence as the season winds down?
I didn't hear you're talking about Bergie.
Yeah.
And again, Bergie's done a great big picture. He's done a tremendous job of developing his game, his 200-foot game. He's very crafty with the puck, and I think he's starting to figure out on a more consistent basis as to how he needs to play in North America to have the puck even more. So I think you're starting to see that a little bit. And when he has the puck in the offensive zone, he's a treat. But I think he can even reward himself even further if he takes it one step further by getting even more greasy, gritty around the net front.
Awesome. Thanks, Ben. Appreciate it.
Coach, Kyle Criscuolo has really been a warrior all year long, whether it's been here, whether it's been getting the call up in Detroit. But he breaks a really long personal goal drought tonight. And, when a player is out there, working, grinding, but they just find themselves in a slump, what do you address as a coach, be it in practice or one-on-one, to help a player break through like that?
Well, first off, Kyle Criscuolo does a lot of other things than score goals. And he does everything right. He's a kind of pro that we didn't bring him back here for just by coincidence. He does a lot of little things very well. But it's tough when you're playing a lot of minutes and you're afforded a lot of opportunity and you're not producing. It's tough. So, over the last probably 7 to 10 days, trying to find ways to make him more effective. Was it putting him on the wing like we did tonight? Are we playing him too much? Do we have to play him less? Sitting with Todd Krieger, our assistant coach, finding little maybe nuances or little idiosyncrasies that might be able to help his game, thinking a little bit different. But, it's not for lack of care. It's not for lack of work. Kyle does all those things. He works and competes extremely hard, takes care of himself. So to see him finally get that, break through a little bit here with the solid offensive game tonight, be rewarded with the goal, and great play by Dan Renouf on the goal, but or maybe his parts I forget. But it's just great to hopefully have him use that as a springboard, and then to move forward to the next game and hopefully up his game for the next push that we're going to need him for.
On the broadcast tonight, they said that Ryan Murphy's been practicing, been skating again. Do you have possibly an update on his availability for this stretch run?
The first time he was on the ice since he was injured was today. So we were happy with where he was at. But again, we got to make sure that the player's in the best position to get back in game conditions. He hasn't practiced with the team yet. So we're going to see where he's at tomorrow. And again, we'll make decisions as we go. The training staff have been working hard behind the scenes. Our strength and conditioning team has been working extremely hard with him to try to expedite the process, his injury. And, it's just a matter of time where we feel comfortable, he feels comfortable, and the training staff and the doctors feel comfortable of allowing him to play.
Obviously a huge series coming up against Iowa. I don't have to speak on the implications of that, but you've, preached before about getting these guys to go out and to have fun. And, with your backs kind of against the wall in the standings and everything just being so, so important, does the message kind of remain the same?
Well, I think at the end of the day, when you take a step back, and we talked about this earlier in the week, whether or not we make playoffs or not, obviously we hope we do, but at the end of the day, this is a pretty damn good job you have here as a player, as a coach, as a member of this organization. So, to come in and value that every day, come in and compete, have fun, get better every day. And if we do that, let's see what happens. So at the end of the day, life could be a heck of a lot worse. So come in here, work, do your job, have fun doing it. Pretty simple.
That's all for me. Thanks, Coach.
All right. Thanks, guys.